Hey guys, so this is a follow-up video to the video I posted where I tried to explain James Alison's interpretation of the Holy Trinity as he explains in his book The Joy of Being Wrong. And first I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching that video and for commenting on it. I really enjoyed that interaction, and you know, especially with people that I don't agree with. That's always a lot of fun for me. Even if I really don't agree, I love to hear what you have to say and participate in the back and forth. You know, so I guess just by the metrics, you know, this was not my most popular video. In fact, it may have been one of my least popular videos, and for some reason I want to film 2 follow-up videos on it anyway. Actually, not for some reason, because I love talking about this stuff, and I'm not sure those metrics are really all that informative anyway, and even if they are, I'm just going to talk about what I like to talk about. And so, like I said, I actually want to do two follow-up videos to the James Alison Trinity video. One of them, which, you know, I think, well, one of them I want to have a conversation with my mom about this topic. She was the director of Christian education at my UCC church for a long time. She does believe in God, does call herself a Christian, reads the Bible constantly. And she and I agree on a lot of this stuff, but not always in exactly the same way. And so I thought it would be fun to go over a lot of the questions that were raised in the comments in sort of a Q&A that I would have with my mom. So hopefully I'll be able to get that video posted soon. But in this video, I wanted to address sort of a tangent issue, which arose as a result of one of my very poorly worded comments in response to a question asking why I celebrate Christian holidays if I don't call myself a Christian, which is a fair question. And, you know, I regret saying what I did the way that I said it, because I realize how the tone on the, you know, internet wasn't what I was really trying to communicate, so that, like, that's my bad. So I sort of wanted to clarify what I was trying to say, which hopefully, you know, will be a response to some of the feedback that I got, which I don't think was really, you know, understanding me correctly. On the other hand, you know, some of that feedback was probably right too, so I just sort of wanted to address that. And, you know, there's a bigger topic about the way desire works and the relationships between people and the things that they desire and what we buy, which is, like, I think a very interesting topic and worthy of a much deeper conversation. I'm going to try to leave that aside and just talk about what I was saying there. And the question was, why do you celebrate Christian holidays if you're not a Christian? And I answered it 2 ways. The first thing I said was, well, it's just tradition. It's our family tradition. You know, we always get together on Easter Sunday and have a family dinner. You know, my mom has this traditional Christmas Eve dinner that her mom always made for her when she was a kid, and she always made for me when I was a kid, and it's this all-white meal. It's very delicious, and, you know, it's a family ritual. And I think a lot of people have rituals like that that are oriented around the religious calendar, and they're not necessarily, you know, very religious people, and, you know, it's family tradition. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the same time, just this question, it just triggered this part of me that has this feeling about the way that Christian holidays are observed in general. It usually doesn't have much to do with Christianity. I don't think I'm the only one who's made that observation about our culture. You know, it's a national holiday for Good Friday, and we get Christmas off and everything, so national federal holidays, but I don't think that the fact that someone observes Christmas or Easter is a very good indication of what their religious orientation is. There's not much information there. The way people celebrate Christmas is by, you know, buying a lot of stuff. The way we celebrate Easter is by hiding some eggs and having some chocolate. It's like, there's not, you know, obviously not everyone celebrates them that way. There's a lot of people that have a different relationship to those holidays, that celebrate them in a very pious and religious way, and however you want to do it, you know, I'm not sitting here trying to judge anyone for how they celebrate a holiday. I'm just making the observation that, in general, celebrating a Christian holiday has almost nothing to do with your degree of Christianness, or it has very little to do with it. And so I just made that comment, and I said, you know, in that sense, I think Christmas is a bit crazy, and the commercialism of Christmas makes me a bit sick. And that's a true feeling. Like, when I go to the mall at Christmas time and it's just a mob everywhere and just all the buying of stuff, I get a sick feeling in my stomach. It's what happens. Does that make me a hypocrite because there are presents under my Christmas tree? Maybe it does. To a certain degree, it certainly does. And so I'm sitting here confessing to being a hypocrite. You know, do with me what you will. I am imperfect. The thing that I wanted to say most of all was that this is the poorly worded part. When I wrote that, I was not trying to say that I'm not like that I'm sitting here pious and wonderful and that I'm surrounded by this commercialistic culture and I'm just sick at everyone else for being so terrible and why can't they be awesome like me. That's so far from anything, from my attitude. It's so far from the way I actually think and feel that it just didn't occur to me as I was typing that of course that's how it would sound. When I go to the mall at Christmas time and I have that sick feeling in my stomach, I'm not looking around judging everyone. I'm looking around saying, this is me. I am in and of this culture. These are my values here. And it, you know, so yeah, so I'm a hypocrite because I have those feelings, yet I have not transcended my culture. I don't think I'm the only one like that though. So, you know, I'm making that confession, but I don't think that puts me, you know, as scum of the earth. I think it just makes me a human being. Okay, so just by way of a quick conclusion, someone described my comment about Christmas making me feel sick as being sanctimonious BS, and I just want to apologize for wording it very poorly because that was not at all my intent. Sanctimonious means making a show of being morally superior to others. That was not my intent at all. The reason why I get that queasy feeling is because I'm at the mall surrounded by all that chaos and I'm part of it. I am part of this culture. I've been shaped by this culture. I am in no way trying to say that I've transcended this culture. I'm as guilty as anybody else. It was never my intent to imply otherwise. The people that called me hypocritical, I'm sure that I am hypocritical. I don't think that that's one of the defining elements of my personality. I try hard to look inwardly and be open and see myself honestly, and I know I make mistakes all the time, so I try to be aware of them. But in being aware of them, I know that I do it, right? So I know I can't be hypocritical. I think we all can be sometimes. It's always easier to see other people's blind spots than it is to see your own. I'm always trying to see mine. The question of, you know, what's the proper relationship to things, of people in a culture, you know, consumerism in general, man, you know, and the ethics and morality of, you know, what the Christmas buying is about. I really want to talk about those things more in the future. It requires a longer video. I wanted this to be just a quick follow-up, but I'm not claiming to have any answers on any of that. I will claim to have to be aware of interesting questions and different thoughts, but I'm not claiming to have any answers at all. Anyway, thank you for watching. You know, I hope this made sense, and you know, and came off the way I intended. And hopefully some of you will be looking forward to the Q&A with my mom, where we go over some of the comments that were more focused on the theology elements, which I think is just really interesting. So thanks for watching. Take care, guys. And you know, of course, leave a comment if you still think I'm being sanctimonious. Let me know.